So last week I went and saw 12 Years a Slave, directed by Steve McQueen, who directed Shame, also starring Michael Fassbender, who stars in 12 Years a Slave. And this movie is approaching the Oscar season, and it's got some buzz about the director and the performances, so I thought I might as well check it out. I've heard that it's kind of like this year's Lincoln. So what did I think about 12 Years a Slave? So 12 Years a Slave has an all-star cast. The first cast, the main person, Solomon Northup, I'm going to try to pronounce, so bear with me.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Nailed it! Also stars Brad Pitt, Benedict Cumberbatch, Michael Fassbender, Sarah Paulson, Paul Giamatti, Paul Dano. So it's got a huge cast to it, a lot of great talented actors and actresses pouring into this movie about a man who is a free slave living in upstate New York. Solomon is his name, and he gets abducted and sold into slavery, where he spends 12 years a slave. This movie was hard to watch at moments. Not gonna lie, this movie was very hard to watch at some scenes. It's a slavery movie, so there's gonna be some whipping and some bad language, putting down the slaves, so I'm kind of in this mindset going into it. I know it was gonna happen, but some scenes were really hard to watch. And the way Steve McQueen directed it was very great. He handled it very perfectly. I really love Shame, and this was just a lot better. It's a really great movie with the style directing. There's a lot of things in this movie that makes it really great. One of the things is Hans Zimmer's score. It adds so much to the movie. It's emotional at scenes with the directing of Steve McQueen plus Hans Zimmer's handling the music, just adds together a lot of emotion to this movie. My God, the performances in this movie were great. I think that Steve McQueen will be nominated for Best Director, and the main person,
Chiwetel Ejiofor,
nominated for Best Actor, and I think Michael Fassbender will be nominated for Best Supporting Actor, because Michael Fassbender has just grown as such a tremendous actor, and this movie just shows that he dug down deep inside for this role. And his wife, Sarah Paulson, in the movie, she's just as wretched as well, so they handled the roles perfectly. The only person that kind of was like the only white person in this movie that seemed kind of nice was Brad Pitt towards the end. He didn't have such a big role in the movie, but his niceness at the end kind of made me feel good, because Michael Fassbender, Paul Giamatti, Paul Dano, they're all assholes in this movie. So the movie is very emotional. I was hard to watch at some scenes. The directing is very great. The acting is great. I really think this movie is an Oscar-worthy movie, one of the best of this year. I just loved everything about it. The music, the way the cinematography in this movie. There's one scene in the beginning of the movie. It's not a spoiler or anything. One scene in the beginning of the movie that I really noticed how the style of directing Steve McQueen does. And it's in a field, and he's just pushing the camera through grass and everything, and all it is just him moving through grass, and the sun's kind of beaming through it. And it's very beautiful. The cinematography is great in this movie. And right in the beginning of the movie, you kind of get a sense of how his directing style is. And it's like that throughout the whole movie. So everything in this movie is great. The acting, the cinematography, the music was added a lot to this movie. And the directing, everything about this movie was great. And I highly recommend 12 Years a Slave. Runs in a little over 2 hours. So it's not a long movie. It's not like a 2.5 hour movie, so it's good for the length, for that kind of period piece. I think it's this year's Lincoln, even better than Lincoln. So comment down below and tell me what you thought about 12 Years a Slave. I thought it was a really great movie. I can't wait to see it again on Blu-ray. I'm gonna own it. Comment down below and tell me what your thoughts are. If you've seen it, if you're looking forward to seeing it, do you think it's Oscar worthy? I think that it has a chance in competing in this year's Oscar. Some might say it's too hard to watch at scenes, to be able to put into that. But you know, they had Django last year. That was, some scenes were hard to watch. So this is Justin Watches Movies. Please, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all later. Bye.